Welcome, everybody. All right. So, we have a new raid boss for the kingdom for the month of February until the 28th. The big, the bad, Kerberos of the Ice. Um, love this. It's absolutely amazing. Um, the reasons why are if you like panaceas, really, really worth farming this guy. Really, really is. House of the Ice. Um, love this. It's absolutely amazing. Um, the reasons why. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the whole setup. Okay, in the beginning, they had equipment. So, this is what I'm running right now Ornate Balor Crown, level 10. Juicy. Same with the Ornate Leosifer Scepter. I don't think I ever use anything else. Ornate Coward's Cloak. Beauty. I could do with a little better one. I'm a little greedy. That's my problem. I think this is only like 70 something percent ornate. I would like a 200 because that's like 900 defense. Just great. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I picked up sweet Coward's Boots. Gotta love that Dex. So I'm rocking the Ornate Pale Leggings, Ornate Mage's Ring, and the Ornate Crimson Eye. So I will use this setup, and I'll show you what our loadout is under stats. Oh, double check that I have that equipment on. So yeah, there we go. Now, taking a look over here, I'm sitting at 2935 defense. Beautiful. Beautiful, okay? 1209 resistance. I can't wait till that changes with those boots. Oh, man. So pumped about it. The Magic, 1686. Can't go wrong with that. It's a good year. And we're 447 dexterity right now. So, yeah, we're doing pretty solid right here. So, let's go back to the skills. I love showcasing the skills. Now, Golem's Fortitude. A must. I don't care if anyone fights me on it. Sure, they have their magic barrier 2 or their magic. Like, you're using 4 rounds as opposed to 2. And if you fought in Cerberus of the Ice, you're going to know that you need every round you can get. Every round you can get. So, Golem's Fortitude. Barrier. Keep in mind, I am a Berserker Ifrit's class. Wavering Speed. Threaten. Outwill. Omnistrike 3. You could use Omnistrike. I don't know why I don't just use that, but I just like the little extra bit of damage. Jin's Talent. We use that once everything's all in place. I should really switch it with Berserk 2 in priority status, but, Multi-Flame. Use it. Inferno 2. Using it just for shits and gigs to see what the difference is. Turns out my multi-flame, well, you'll see that in a little bit here. Multi-frost, don't use it. Drain, yes. Now, this is my preliminary, raid everything setup. Okay, you can't go wrong. Except Inferno 2, switch it for multi-flare. That works for Titan. I'm not going to be raiding Titan for the rest of this month. Not even going to touch him. Now, Cerberus, on the other hand, that's my jam. I am going to be just devastating that every chance I get. And so will my son be as well. He's pretty pumped when I told him new boss guy to smack around. Oh, yeah, he just finished off the last Cerberus, and he got 9 Panaceas. Yes! And an ornate staff. Yeah, but, that was mostly Dad's work. Don't give me that baloney. All right, so let's get underway here. So let's open up the big bad boss guy. And let's see what we have so far. Shout out to my crew. Sup, bitches? Bria's bitches? I don't think I can swear, but I don't know. Whatever, fuck it. Anyhow, Golem's Fortitude. Get that boost. Barrier. Get that second boost. Okay, you get those secondary plus buffs. And at 2,900 defense, I mean, like you already see, he's doing ones. Nothing but ones, okay? You need a minimum of 1,200 resistance, and not to mention that I do have my Power of the Gods bulked up, right? I mean, you fight from home, any raid, you get the boost. You use what you can to get the Power of the Gods. You use every advantage in a raid possible. If you don't, you're gonna have a bad time. Now, damn it, Nicole. Anyways, we'll go and we'll... Oh, I should have... Yeah, see, I totally messed that up. Anyways, he missed. Beauty of having such high dexterity. Now let's threaten him. When people come onto a messenger and bother me while I'm playing. That's funny. Okay, so Omni Strike 3. Let's wear him down. Oh no, my defense went down. Oh no, whatever will I do? Alright. Keep going, keep cracking at it. So yeah, don't attack him with a weapon that has anything but flame on it. Or no elemental stat. Just stick to flame or no elemental stat. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh no, he hurt me a little. So that's his Unrelenting Force. Defense there, magic down. And now we take away his ability to actually hurt me. Berserk 2. Defense goes up. Attacks all go up. Speed goes up. Everything goes up. So you're kind of in this ability to just handle everything. Now you go through here. Okay, he isn't getting ready to boost his finisher, Unrelenting Fury. So go to Jin's talent. Oh, yes, I take a ton of debuffs. But, again, this guy pretty much pays for himself. Panacea. Perfect. We're up to full. We're getting ready to rock and roll. At this point, it's just slay him. You'll do anywhere from 9,000 to 15,000, and then depends on what your guy hits. I mean, I've hit for 18,000 maxed out. That's it was beautiful. I mean, you really can't go wrong there. Your biggest downfall right now is fighting yourself, damage-wise. That was over 10,000. That was over 11,000. You can tell just because of the way you heal. Another 11,000. 13,000. And you know, if you're able to, you try and wiggle your way down to 0 MP while you're fighting him, your mana. Now, for him, I don't really want to use my supers. I don't really have to, since, you know... Oh, he's getting angry. He's getting angry. There, 1. Beautiful, right? Of course, I have the equipment. That helps. Oh, okay, so let's show you the difference here. Ready? Inferno 2. Round 1. 2. 3. 24,200. Let's do 3 rounds of multi-flame. I missed 12,000. Another 12,000. Another 11,000. You're doing well above what you'd spend on Inferno 2. Horrendous. Really, really just horrendous. Now, you get low, you use your drain, and yeah, you just keep really repeating. So if you're able to get to the setup, you'll be, I mean, successful with all raid bosses, really. Uh, Anywhere from Valor to Arthas. I suggest anybody who is raiding this month, um, take advantage. Hit this guy as often as possible. You're not going to get a better way to farm Panaceas. Do it. I can't stress that enough. This is just it's brutality. It's a It's a beefed up Titan, really. I mean, think of Titan having extra strength, um, you know, minus the defensive power that he normally has. Uh, Cerberus, though, he definitely has his resistances and immunities. Do not hit him with dragon. Don't go into a fight with him with a dragon weapon of any sort. You're gonna regret it. You just stick with flame. Anything fire. I mean, even my Omni Strike. I mean, if you are a melee user and you don't have, all these different ways to buff up your like attack or anything like that, because use whether you're a magic user or a melee user, you should purchase at some point the druid class. The buffs are amazing. Utilizing the strength of Bear's Might with Golem's Fortitude and then a Panacea, there you have a staple hitting ability right there. Then you bring in your Osmo Strike for the 25% heal off the damage that you do. And then the Jin's talent is, well, my boon, really. It's it treats me well. Okay. Basically, rinse and repeat. There's going to be times where you're not attacking much. I mean, if you're at that level where you got high defense, don't worry about it. You'll play right through it with the Ifrit class. Now, for the other classes that don't have the ability to heal, you're probably going to be relying on Drain or Osmo Strike quite a bit. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Keep yourself at about 3/4 full with your healing abilities, and then Strike. Actually, you know what? Build up to about 3/4 full with your healing abilities, and allow yourself to go down to about 1/4, depending on your stats that you're bringing to the fight. So I say if you don't have anything less, or if you don't have anything more than 1875 in defense, this is going to be a fight that I wouldn't buff at all. I would just go straight for damage. Bam, 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 as fast as possible. Try and get the damage off and not worry about the buffs. Whereas if you have 1875, 2200, buff right away. Golem's Fortitude, or Barrier, or whatever you have, get it off as fast as possible, because Cerberus, he's kind of a dick. He's just going to just keep hitting you with his unrelenting force. Like, he gets angry so often. It's comical. I hope everyone can get to the level where they're just like, yes, this is fun. Just rolling these guys, not a problem in the world. See what kind of items you get. Hopefully something auction house like, or an ability to trade items. I'm going to gear the crap out of my kingdom. It's going to be glorious. But you see right there, I mean, even those low 3,000s that I was hitting, that additional 3,000 that I got from Tri-Cut, it helps out. See, this is the point in the game where I know this is not going to be a problem. He brought down my magic. Yes, he debuffs magic, attack, and defense. That's right. So there'll be a point where that happens. But if you have a stack of panaceas, go ahead, use one. If not, don't. It's really, and at this point, the art of attrition. You just keep going and going and going and going until he's gone. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this at 800,000. Let the rest of the fellas in the kingdom just get some hits on there. So hopefully they get some good loot. I spend a lot of potions. I think I started doing heavy raids about a month ago, and I have been steadily losing super mana potions because, no way to take these guys down with that much without spending a lot of mana, right? And welcome to the viewers. Hope you're enjoying the live feed. Now, pretty much it's going to get boring. It's going to keep doing this over and over again. If he double debuffs you, okay, if you have my stats and he double debuffs you, you're going to need, not want, need to use a panacea. Because then he will hit you for 3,000 a shot with that unrelenting fury, and it gets a little painful. You can survive it with the Ifrit class. It's all based on luck. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is not much more to him than this. He will continuously keep you bleeding, or he'll freeze you, or he'll stun you. But I never really worry about those. It's not a priority for me. This guy's just a glorified Titan, really. But a little less in the defense. I like the fact that he doesn't really buff himself. He's got the temporary buffs, which is it's kind of cool. Oh, and Wolfsbane. You get the Wolfsbane sword out of here. Not bad for a tier 6 raid giving you a tier 7 weapon. I mean, it's got its charm with the debuff ability on it, so hopefully you guys luck out, get an ornate one. They're pretty good melee-wise. It's really weird watching this happen on my iPad as I'm doing this live right now. It's kind of... Catch up, damn it. No. Okay. If there's any questions, feel free to message in the chat. I can respond right away too. If you guys have different setups and you want like the most efficient way to work with what you got, I can help you there too. If you are wanting to build a duplicate of what I run, I suggest you start with the first 3 tiers, the magic classes. Then you go to a druid. Save up for a battle mage. Revert back by the dragoon. By the mystic. Then the battle master. Jump straight to Ifrit. By the dragoon class. Finish off with the magistrate. And leave the arch druid alone. That's, Mimic's Mischief is absolutely the worst. Absolutely the worst. And then these multi-round moves now, they don't have enough bang, you know? It's just you're waiting. Like 22,000, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. But if you know what's going to work better, then run it. Like I'm using multi-flame, that's 3 attacks, 1 round instead of 1 attack, 3 rounds, and I'm doing substantially more damage, like substantial amounts. I mean, if I hit it perfectly, I think I can do 5,100 a hit. Not with this current debuff state, but fully buffed up with no debuffs. It's like 5,100, so 15,300, not including the pet. 3 rounds, it's 45,000, whereas it would take 6 rounds roughly to get that. So, weighing the pros and cons, this game is really about skill matching and those secondary abilities from whichever class you're in, like your beast modes or your power of the gods or your dragon's revenge thing. I can't remember what that is. Do you remember?
What?
What's that dragon ability? Yeah, anyways, the dragon beast mode kind of thing. So I never used the dragoon. I switched back to my battle mage right after that. So Leosulfur staff, amazing. I mean, it's probably it's getting to the point where I have these new specializations coming out. I need to stockpile berserk mushrooms so I can transfer into a mage's class. Then I can transfer into different weapons, and you know, it's all numbers. This game, it's all numbers. If you're good with numbers and you can figure out what patterns work together, this gets easy fast.
Yeah, I don't remember that dragon type
No, I don't know.
thing either.
That is how much I use the Dragoon class. Not at all.
I don't even really know about it.
No. But if they do come out with a dragon, actually, you know, most moves, if they come out with, they need to come out with like a decent dragon. Bahamut. Yes. Bahamut. They need to come out with a Bahamut. I mean, they've got the Tiamat, Typhoon. Bring out Bahamut.
Yeah, Ifrit's probably one of the best classes to use against any kind of boss.
No, against Valor. Valor, he's top notch.
Valor's pretty
I like the fact that this game kind of is a little in favor of the fire type Inferno class, like people. No offense to the rest of you guys. In that sense, it's in favor of. We get a little bit easier rating wise, I think. But Tyrannus or whatever has the most broken ability to heal what's like on a critical hit. You have one of those and you lunge and you get full health and MP. Like, talk about never using a potion ever. That's essentially what that is. Like, that. If I wasn't so loyal to the Ifrit, like, I think PvP wise, Ifrit has the advantage in attack. Defense, I don't know. It could go either way. I have rolled quite a few Tyrannus on defense as well. You just have to know your enemy. Well, we're getting close down to the mark where I'm going to cut her off and says you can flee, but I'm not a fleer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Jin's talent again, give myself the super debuffs, and let him take me out. But I'm going down swinging. Like, on the next hour you can. Yeah. So anyone who's in Breeze bitches, just be warned. After this fight in the next hour, my son's probably going to take him down. And so get your hits in. Do it. I love 130 because that's a perfect little multi-flame with a drain. Yeah, so I'll go over all the equipment that I'm using, and base-wise, if you have 1200 resistance, you're having a good time magic against this magic. 1875, you're going to do a little better than most in defense, like if you have it in defense. 2200, 2300 area. Okay, you're gonna make some headway. You're not gonna put out the same kind of deficit that, you know, a one shot run, but you're gonna do well. You get up to 2600. You're gonna be like, hey, this is fun. Nothing like owning these bosses. And then when you get to the 2900 mark, like me, it's like, okay, there was a reason you had kids. It's so they can finish it off for you. pretty much my little farmers, the game farmers, these guys. Best ever.
So basically, I finished off that last Cerberus and I got 9 Panacea.
Yeah.
And he only had like 350,000 left.
Yeah, so he wasn't easy. So you didn't have to use Jin's, or so he wasn't hard. So you didn't have to use Jin's talent.
No.
I'm so glad that you got so many though.
And before you had like 9, you had exactly 9, and you got exactly 9 from him right after.
No, I got 6 before. It was like it went 3, 6, 9. I'm hoping this time it's 12.
Yeah.
Stock them up for future raids. I can't stress it enough. Raid the crap out of this guy while you can. Get while the getting is good. Because Fafnir, I used to have a circuit saved, and I would just drive around on my maps and hit the spots, hit the luckies, use the dowsing rods. And if I was lucky on a Berserk, I could get 3 Panaceas off of Berserk Fafnir. Oh, shoot, why'd I hit Berserk? And, I thought that was the bee's knees, but this guy can be the equivalent of 3 Berserk Fafnirs and just easy. For me. Easy for me, sorry. If you are a melee class hoping to go mage class, and you're doing a lot of grinding right now, if you're at the point where you're getting super potions, save your super manas, stick to your greats, and save them for the higher end bosses. Also, if you're ever bored at home and you can't fight a boss, which has happened to me, you get a really lucky or unlucky roll, and say like Arthas takes you out with King's Reign on like the second round. Do that if you have the money to. Do that shop building thing. I found one time, I think I did it for 2 hours, and I got over 500 super mana potions. That was really lucky. Like, you're not gonna get that, but like all the time, but it's definitely worth it.
That's also a good way to get monster remains too.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the monster remains are pretty good too. I'm hoping to get a...
Because you can see which
Ithra's Blade Ornate. And then stack it with all that dex I have. That would be quite an interesting PvP turnout, as well as raid. Like, it'd be nice to eliminate the mana consumption a little bit. Magus has the ability to do that for you. I mean, 25% reduction in mana cost. That's awesome. But there's the drawback of you do not get your Berserk 2. So I do a lot of arena farming right now. I'm taking data from people and adding it to my little list of counters and stuff for Kingdom Wars. But every Berserk mushroom I have, I save. The more you have, the better. We're getting to that point.
Pernicious.
See, listen to me yawn. This point gets boring, right?
Pernicious help you with almost any raid boss.
Yeah, well, no, they help you with every raid boss. If you're going for the... So my setup is the high DPS. High DPS, massive buff setup. It's purely for raid. You can... I'll also show how I do gauntlets at some point as well. I do use Golem's Fortitude. That is like the bread and butter move. Alright. I mean, it'd probably take us about 45 to 50 minutes. Maybe. Actually, I spent a little bit of time talking about the setup pre-hand. To take one of these down. You can turn one of these out easily every hour. Alright. Oh, why'd I hit him? So that's what happens when you use Frost. Yeah, not meant to do that, but that's what happens. Perfect. We're almost down to the 800,000 mark.
And later you probably demonstrate how multi-flare works against him.
Who?
Or flare.
No, Flare doesn't. Don't listen to this kid here. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Do not use Flare or any dragon type move against Kerberos. It is not in your best interests whatsoever.
Because he's immune to it.
Yeah.
And he will wreck you if you do that.
Well, you're just gonna have a bad time, especially if you're a melee class and you rely on your attacks.
Yeah, if you're like a dragon user and you use multi-flare and stuff, you're not going to be very good against them. You're really going to have a really bad time.
If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
That's like when you're skiing from the French fry and you got a pizza.
That's exactly it. Oh, look at you. Aren't you just a ski pro? Okay. Okay, so this is the mark. I'm just going to boost myself up because I'm greedy. Also, if you guys have any requests for a raid or something that you would like to see, just message me, and I'll do it. It's any way that I can help keep the interest in the community. Okay, so Chin's Talent, I'm being hit for 500. Ugh. Blizzard, 600. Ugh. Yeah, this is going to be a quick death. Unless he misses. Oh, he's getting mad.
Your dex is very good, too.
And he survives twice in a row.
Dexterity is gonna help you quite a bit against any raid.
You think I'm gonna die? Oh, I survived again. Is this gonna be one of those 19 times in a row that I survive?
And when you have Ifrit, the
Hold on,
second
hold on,
chance.
hold on, hold on. I'm just. This is getting intense here. He's getting angry. Oh, I'm gonna die, or he missed. Yes. If you are saving up for a class right now, and you're like, oh, I want to go with the sixth tier. No, wait, seventh. Yeah, eighth tier or seventh tier classes for your eighth tier. If you're Ifrit, like if you're in the Inferno Kingdom, wait, just go straight to Ifrit. Worry about the rest of the stuff later. Papa Dabs, Zeriona. Look at the crew. Okay, so I'm gonna reiterate one last time. Here's my equipment setup for the raid. Ornate Valor Ground, Ornate Liliosphor Scepter, Ornate Coward's Cloak, Ornate Mage's Ring. I'm just going to quit saying Ornate. Pale Leggings, and Crimson Eye. This is the Ifrit Mage loadout for me. And you know, just because I am heavily magic oriented, doesn't mean that I don't do well as a... Well, let's as a melee class. Let's take a little gander right here. Tyrannus. Let's Dark Strike him. 16. He's probably asleep, isn't he? Like, do not underestimate the Liliosopher Scepter. Ever. Boom. Bada bing, right? Tyrannus. Let's Dark Strike him. He's going to be asleep. Let's Arcanus him. Sure, I hit hard. You just keep rotating this in and out, and it gets just bothersome. And I'm just using strictly... I didn't even balance my defense there, so... Archdruid. Boom. Legendary. That'll go great with my... here, let's go. Dark Strike. I love watching Cody suffer a bit. Did he hit me for anything? Yeah, he must have hit me for 400. Oh, he's a powerhouse, this one.
We can just rewatch it on this.
Powerhouse. Yeah, let's Arcanus him, finish him off. There we go. So anyways, that's that. I'll go over... Enough goofing around. I'll go over my skills one last time.
Aha.
Raid.
He used Inferno.
This is my setup as a magic user. And here's my gauntlet. Why? Oh, Sleep Dart, Golden Sword. Sleep Dart's great if you run against something that has the in a gauntlet that has the ability to charge up, like Fafnir or Fenrir, and you're not quite at that ability that you can just take it. Sleep Dart is awesome. He's also good on Anku. If you're worried about him hitting on you hard, Sleep Dart's great.
Or Valor.
And see, I use Golem's Fortitude, Barrier, Wavering Speed, Berserk, and then all the rest here I rely on. Have pretty much every element covered. So thanks for joining me here, and I hope this review on how to fight Kerberos of the Ice helps you. 1875 minimum. If you have under 1875 defense, just hit him. Hit him as fast as you can. Hopefully you get lucky. Get some good damage off, because wasting your time on buff is going to, you know, take away from crucial damage, which takes away from crucial experience and the potential of different items. Alright, y'all take care now.